Is Big Jonathan in your class?
Yeah.
How's your test?
I passed it.
Okay.
And oop. You did it. Anyway, slay.
Slay.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next guest pours out her vegetables from her ramen.
Does the 3 G's gaslight, gatekeeps, and girl boss.
Yes.
What'd she say?
3 G's. Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss.
Hey, Google. Turn off. What was it? Gaslight?
Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss.
Girl boss.
Explain the gatekeep.
That was the trend.
It's a meme.
It's a meme.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
It's a TikTok.
Far be it for me to question a meme on TikTok. So, Halloween happened, honey.
Talk about what I was.
We dislike Halloween, you and I. We're not fans.
Yeah. I'm not out here participating.
Because you're an adult.
Yeah. I lack creativity and a sense of joy and fun.
I lack give a shitness, give a careness. I really think it should be in your marriage vows, or like, okay, where do you sit financially? Where do you? How do you feel about how to put the silverware in the dishwasher? Do you put it up? Do you put it down? And finally, what's your views on Halloween? I really think they should match up because I can see some couples having disagreements over Halloween. It mushrooming into full out arguments.
For sure. It seems like more and more these days, adults are into Halloween.
Yeah.
Parties, costumes.
Yeah.
More than one costume, more than one night celebrating.
Yeah.
So it's a lot. And if you're into it and your spouse isn't, that's going to cause a rift.
Yeah. And thankfully, we don't like it. I wouldn't say hate. Hate is a strong word. But we're just not into it. We don't get it. We hate it.
I must say, the lights at night out in the neighborhood, all the houses decorated and the fun light up. It's a cool vibe. I dig it aesthetically.
Yeah.
It looks like crap during the day, but at night,
Yes.
It looks really cool.
Yes.
But no way am I decorating my house. No way
Right.
am I wearing a costume.
Right.
I'm not going to a costume party.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've been to a costume party. I used to go to parties. I used to be out there. Okay. I know it's hard to believe, but I used to kick it.
Can you tell me a
Cricket.
couple of your costumes you wore as an adult?
Well, the thing is, I didn't go as a costume.
Oh, no.
So everyone would show up in a costume, and I would be a good-looking young man. Okay, that was my costume, and I was like, "Well, I'm already light years ahead of all these people dressing up like 3 wise men and freaking Wolverine and Zelda or whatever." Like, I'm already, I'm a normal person. I'm handsome. So I got a chance with these ladies who were dressed as Wolverine and Zelda. I never got it.
Did you dress up every year as a kid?
No. The one costume I can remember, I was in 6th grade, and this was when, listen, kids, this was when 80s Manhattan Wall Street was hot. Like Bright Lights, Big City, the Michael Jackson, Kiefer Sutherland movie, Wall Street.
Oh,
Michael Douglas,
right.
Charlie Sheen, Bret Easton Ellis. He's an author, right?
I've heard of him.
Yes. This whole like mythology about Wall Street and Manhattan and excess and drugs and partying. So in 6th grade, I went as a stockbroker.
So little 12-year-old you was a
Wall Street stockbroker. Yeah.
Was that your idea?
Yes. And I wore a vest that Grandpa Curtis gave me, and I wore a tie, And my one thing about partying was I put yellow dye in my hair, like neon yellow.
Did you want to look like a blonde bro?
Yeah, but it wasn't like a whole thing like I have now.
Exactly.
It was just a streak of like just neon highlights in my hair, and my whole thing was like, well, I'm a stockbroker who partied too hard last night, which tells you a lot about me. Costumes at work, honey. Again, we're not fans. I saw a woman who was dressed as a banana, like a full banana suit, a banana head to toe banana suit, and for the first 2 minutes I was impressed, but then I was like, what? Why? How do you pee? Don't you have to pee? You're gonna have to pee, and then what's gonna happen when you pee?
It's fun for like 30 seconds in the hallway when you're laughing with your coworkers and they're looking at it.
It's all about the impression.
Right.
And I get it. Like, hey, look, you're dressed as a banana. That's fun. Ha ha hee hee.
So the novelty, the kookiness, that lasts for 1 minute. Mm-hmm. Then you return alone to your cubicle and you start typing on an Excel spreadsheet. And you're like, what am I doing with my life?
And you have 7 hours and 59 minutes of just contemplative, like, I'm dressed as a banana. I have to pee. I haven't figured that out yet. I don't get it. I don't get people who do it. There are costume contests at work. I've never participated. I've always just thought, well, people who participate in that, they are desperate for a $10 gift card to Starbucks, or they want to kiss ass to the boss or whatever, the manager who organized it all or on some level cares about it.
Or they have a childlike wonder and sense of fun.
Sure. At 45. So Halloween, we got 0 trick-or-treaters.
Yes.
We've had 0. We've been here 2 years, right? 2+ years.
I'm not surprised.
2 Halloweens.
I've never had trick-or-treaters come to my house my entire adult life because I went from living in an apartment for many years to now living here at our condo. Yeah. I was not surprised that we didn't get any here at the condo.
Yeah.
Were you?
No, I was not surprised. But on one hand, because you went out and about, you dropped Luna and Len off, you picked them up, so you were out in the hood.
Yes.
And there's people out there.
Yeah,
there's decorations.
We live right by like a suburban neighborhood with single family homes.
a real hood.
A real neighborhood.
Real family.
And I was really impressed with all the decorations, the lights. There was tons of kids out and about. Yeah. But then when you came here into our condo area, it was just like a normal any other night of the year.
Yeah. Yes, Luna.
Mom's lying. I remember one year when I was like 7.
Jesus Christ.
When I was 7.
Accusation. What is this, Jerry Springer?
Caught in my lies.
We came home and there was a family of like 4 kids and like an adult, like a mom, and the dad was like dressed up. And they came because they were trick-or-treating during the apartments, and you made us give us some of their candy.
I don't remember that at all.
You made us give our candy away to these 4 kids.
Okay, so one time in 12 years at my old apartment, we had a trick-or-treater.
Yeah.
Thank you, Luna.
Yeah. And oop.
I could see how like apartments don't have trick-or-treaters because, especially apartments that have the second story apartment, because if you're in a group of 6, 8, 10 friends trick-or-treating, you got to go up those stairs and there's no room for you.
And they're always really steep and concrete.
Yeah.
Very dangerous, especially if you've got like a long robe on or a dress with your costume.
Yeah. But then I thought like our condo is, I thought it would make more sense because you can hit 8 units in a building, in a structure, in a couple minutes as opposed to like gotta walk to one door and then walk down the driveway to the next.
That is a revelation. That is a revelation because all of our units here where we live are all first story. So if you really wanted to get that candy quickly, you could do it really quickly here.
Yeah.
Just run in a circle around the building, knocking on the doors.
Frankie agrees.
Less walking, much easier.
Yeah. Well, we didn't have any candy. Frankie's very bothered by the Halloween topic. We didn't have any candy, so I thought if we do have a trick-or-treater, I got some protein bars, and we have
granola bars in the drawer.
Granola bars. Lennox is into the dried seaweed snack now. So here's a protein bar and some seaweed. young man.
It sounds like those
how
seaweed.
You doing, fellow kids?
I think him and his friends are into those seaweed packets. That might be a fun treat.
Like $5.
Yeah.
I told him not to pay for it, and he said that he's not.
I had a bite last night, and I was like, yeah. Like, I don't get it. But I don't like seaweed when it comes to sushi. I told Lennox, I said, Lennox, why don't you go to the beach, and there's tons of seaweed there, and just throw it into your mouth. And then he reminded me about texture and saltiness and crunch and wet, and I thought, well, okay. One particular office, I go into many offices for my job. One particular office I went into was decked out in top to bottom, head to toe, Zelda, the Nintendo video game. Like, so everyone was a character from Zelda, and then they had all this Zelda decorations. It was like walking into Breath of the Wild, which is a video game of Zelda. I barely know that. But I thought, well, it was cool. It was impressive.
It's quite the team effort.
But how much time? How much on the clock time? You should be working.
Are any of you working today?
Yeah, no.
They're just doing some live action role play.
Yeah, cosplay. LARPing. They're LARPing. Mm-hmm. They're LARPing when they should be Excel spreadsheeting. Okay.
Is this where my tax dollars are going?
Yes. But it was cool. But again, after a couple minutes, I was like, okay. Now what? You're not really Zelda. Okay. So in our little condo thing, the Shukases had a little setup where they took candy, which we gave a couple bags of candy to them. And then they also gave out candy. And I think it was the Shukases, Kazi Shukas's first public appearance since his fall from grace, his loss.
His failed gubernatorial run. For
the HOA board. And I thought, wow, he's got a lot of nerve to show his face.
Or was he wearing a mask?
Oh, no. He was showing his face. But, well, it made me think of like in school where they have offices. Like there's the students.
Student body presidents and all that.
Yes. ASB, we called it. Associated Student Body. But yeah, treasurer, vice president, secretary, president. And it made me think of that and like how I never ran for that because I was too embarrassed. If I had lost, I could never show my face again. And even like Hillary Clinton, like running for president, it's a huge, obviously a ginormous deal in her life and in the nation and the media spotlight. And to lose, I would just be crestfallen. I would never want to show my face again. Yeah. I would go everywhere in a baseball cap and sunglasses. But Kazi Shukas, disgraced HOA runner? Candidate. Showing his face. I thought, all right, Kazi's.
See, he's a strong man. That's the kind of man you want in your leadership. But
yeah,
we failed him.
We voted for him.
We did. Yeah. You and I, we voted for him.
Yeah. But it was good to see him in public for the first time.
He's bouncing back.
So we did nothing, but Lennox and Luna went to friends' houses where they went trick-or-treating very close by. And then they came home with pillowcases, tons of candy. And it was a good experience. Like they both had a ton of candy, spread it out on the kitchen counter. And we went through, are there any razor blades?
Where's the fentanyl? Give it to me.
Where's the fentanyl? Which house gave you this fentanyl? Because stepdaddy's going to go over there and be there for 5 to 6 hours.
How much?
Am I right?
How much can we resell this for?
Yeah. But Luna had like 7 full-size candies.
Yeah.
Like Reese's peanut butter cups. Very impressive.
Yeah, she did outstanding. Yeah. Very well done. They both had a great time, and it was really cool because either of them haven't been trick-or-treating in a few years.
Yeah.
Because there was COVID, and then
just
for various reasons. So this was the first time in a few years that they both dressed up.
Yeah.
They went out in the neighborhood. They were with friends. This was also the first year I didn't go accompany them. So that was exciting.
Yeah.
They both went out by themselves. Yeah. Well, Lennox's friend's dad kind of followed in his truck. But they were out there, and then they just called me when they were done. And I went and picked them up, and they got tons of candy, had a great time.
Yeah.
So it was awesome. Yeah. It was really good.
There were a few misses, like Len got some sort of healthy fruit roll-up or something.
Which we gave to you.
Yeah.
Because you're all about those healthy snacks.
I'm probably going to eat in about 10 minutes. And then some house gave away Kirkland's signature granola bars. And I was like, this takes zero creativity. These are super cheap. They probably cost like 3 cents each.
Was that a case of they weren't expecting kids and they were like, what do we have? Or did you plan that out?
Yeah.
Did you think I'm going to give these kids some chocolate chip granola bars?
Yeah.
Lame.
I'd rather the kids came home with rainbow fentanyl than Kirkland's signature granola bars. So how are you doling out the candy, honey? Because they both got a ton of candy. Is it just kind of... You're just feeling it out. It's a couple pieces a day.
I give each kid a handful.
Okay.
I put my claw in the bowl.
You're like the claw machine at the arcade?
And I grab as much as I can. I'm very generous.
Okay.
That's my strategy.
That's like 5-6 pieces, would you say?
Yeah.
And they eat it all at once?
The trick-or-treaters?
No, you. No, here.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me giving out candy.
Oh, no. I'm talking about the kids. They come home. They got a ton of candy. How do you allocate it?
Well,
to make sure they don't eat 90 pieces of candy in a day.
I've been very strict in the past, but they were a lot younger.
Yeah.
But this year, I was like, I'm not paying attention. I'm not caring. I'm not going to look. So I just let them like kind of whatever. They ate some when they got home, and then I was like, okay, put it away. Time to get ready for bed. Yeah. That was my strategy. And they're older. Yeah. I think that was good.
And it's been 5 days since Halloween.
It's been 5 days. They still both have quite a lot in their bags. They have been eating it every day, though, a little bit. They throw a few in their lunch bags. Yeah. And then I think they eat a couple when they get home from school. Moderation. They're not going crazy. And
I know.
But neither of them...
Why not?
Neither of them have ever been crazy when it comes to candy and sugar.
Len can be. He can eat like 3 to 4 Nutty Buddies or Little Debbie, anything. Swiss rolls.
Yeah, those like cakey snacks.
You got to stop him at like 3 or 4 in a day.
I do, but when it comes to candy, neither of them go crazy. So I don't really have to manage it.
Okay. So we took a couple pictures of Len and Luna and just going through their candy and Halloween stuff. I sent it to my mom, and my mom replied with, give them 1 piece of candy each like I used to do. Because that was what my parents did. Like, we came home from Halloween trick-or-treating. We'd have 9,000 pieces of candy or whatever. It was me, stepbrother, stepsister. Ton of candy. And for whatever reason, the policy was 1 piece of candy per day. And there's 3 of us, 3 pieces of candy. I don't know why. I mean, that's the extreme. The other extreme is eat 900 pieces of candy tonight. I think I think you've reached a middle ground, honey. My darling.
Yes.
But my parents went to 1 piece of candy a day. So, Grandpa Curtis, my stepdad, put all the candy in a giant like Tupperware thing, and he put it at the top shelf in one of the kitchen cabinets. So we couldn't reach it. Well, we could just climb up on the counter and reach it. So, takes all this candy, puts it in a big Tupperware, puts it at the top shelf in the kitchen cabinet, and they're like, okay, you get 1 piece of candy per day. And we were like, okay. Fast forward to a couple days in, he reaches up there to just check in on the candy. It's 80% gone. All hell breaks loose. It's bedlam. and we get spanked. We got spanked for indulging in this candy, for imbibing, for daring to violate the one piece of candy policy per day. Yeah, it was not bueno.
Is this why you hate Halloween?
It might be. It might be. And the other reason I hate Halloween is because it's stupid. Did I mention that, honey? I'm an adult. So when my mom texted, just give him one piece of candy per day, like we used to do. And I thought, no, I'm not. I don't. That's not the way I govern. That's not the way we roll. So my simple response was no. But what I wanted to say was, oh, you mean the one candy per day policy that got me spanked? Is that what you're referring to? If you remember that? Remember getting spanked over frickin' candy? Anyways, I'm over it, honey. I've let it go. But yeah. One other thing I wanted to mention is that I realized that we're not the fun house. We're not the cool house. So Luna went to a friend's house, and then they went trick-or-treating. Len went to a friend's house, and then they went trick-or-treating. And I was like, well, what's up with that?
No one's coming here to trick-or-treat.
Right. Or just start, or having the home base to trick-or-treat. And so I began thinking that we're not the cool house because we're involved. And I'm thinking specifically of Lennox's two newish friends. We've been to their houses and we met their parents. Not impressive. Just very uninvolved, I would say. Very laissez-faire.
Yes.
With parenting.
Absolutely. Laid back.
Yeah.
Let the kids run around.
Right.
Do what you want.
And so that's why they're the cool houses. That's why they're the fun houses. We are involved. And so ipso facto, we are not the cool house. We're not the fun house.
I've already gained a reputation with Lennox's friends for being the super strict mom. And it's only been a couple of months that he's had this new little friend group. Mm-hmm. So that's my label, and I wear it proudly.
Well, twice within the past month, we've pulled up on city streets to Lennox rambling about causing a ruckus, and we've been like, it's time to go home, or we've been calling you, your phone's dead, where were you last night, what are you doing now?
Get in the car.
Oh gosh, it's been quite the adventure. But I thought about, like, as a kid, the cool houses, aka the fun houses, were where the parents were just either completely detached, completely uninvolved, or they were just absent. And I think of two houses, two friends. One was Janelle Pentecostes. His parents, they had 9-to-5 jobs, but then they also like had a side gig where they would come home and pretty much scoot out. They cleaned office buildings overnight. So they would come home, change, eat, and then they would be gone to an office building to vacuum and clean the toilets or whatever. So they were barely home, and that's why Janelle's house was the kick-it spot, okay? And we weren't dropping fentanyl or whatever, but it was super chill. We just hung out. People could come over. We watched TV, and there weren't no gangly parents.
I'm thinking another factor to being the cool house is you have tons of snacks that the parents just let you go for. Yeah. Go at it.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking of one of my friends' houses when I was young.
Yeah.
The parents were super involved, definitely. They're hands-on present. Yeah. But they had like jars of cookies, always home-baked cookies and goodies.
Yeah.
And like just tons and tons of snacks that they were like, go for it, have it. It was literally like the mom bringing you a plate of cookies, that you see like in TV shows. And I think that's a cool aspect too that these houses have.
Was your friend aware that you were using her for
I wasn't using her. I liked her as a person.
was she did she get the full picture of what was happening?
You know what? I did wonder that because I was like, you guys eat good here. You got little barbecue hot dog weenies in the slow cooker.
Wait a second.
You got no-bake cookies on the counter.
Yeah.
You got soda in a can. We never had soda
shit.
at my house growing up.
Ah.
So I was like, do you know? Or is this just normal to you? I did always wonder that, but I never brought it up.
Yeah. So, well, we have Swiss rolls.
We have diet, whatever the cheap generic cola is.
Shasta. Yeah. Another thing I thought about is so the absentee, and Janelle's parents were fantastic. They were cool, they were loving, but they making that paper, making that money. They cleaned office buildings at night, so it was very rare, but it was cool for us as kids. But yeah, they hustled. They were out there stacking them chips, as the rappers say. And then the other parent I think about, like a cool house, a fun house, was Ryan Flynn. His mom was super into TV and soaps. And this is when people watch TV, kids. But she would just watch TV. And we would just run wild, go nuts, out of our minds. And she would just be into her TV. And again, lovely gal, April Flynn, okay. Nice lady, but she was into her TV, and when she wasn't into her TV, she was in her bedroom. I don't know, watching more TV, maybe drinking, but just completely just disconnected,
hands off,
unengaged,
not paying attention. Yeah. And that's why it was the cool house. We got to do what we want. We got to eat what we want. And actually, his dad, Patrick Flynn, very handsome man. Oh.
Irish. Beard. Okay. You know what I'm saying? If you know where I'm going here. But he was like, talk about opposite. Like, he was like very outgoing and gregarious and upbeat and fun. And he was just like, he was always like effusive. She was into TV. I guess now people would be into their phones or whatever, but she was into TV. They eventually divorced.
Oh no!
Yeah, rip.
Dear.
It's a sad tale.
Did the dad have an Irish accent?
No. But he was so handsome. Did I mention the beard? He was a hairy dude, but he wore it well. But yeah, well, we do hang in our bedroom. When it's below deck time. But for the most part, we're out, we're engaged, we're involved. Yeah.
We do go to our bedroom and close the door when Luna has friends over because we want to give them the run of the house.
That's true.
I wonder if
But we sneak out to the kitchen to get beer.
Right. We come out, we say hi.
Yeah.
We try to make a little joke so they think we're funny and cool.
Yeah.
Grab some beers, head back in our room.
Put us on your TikTok.
You always make jokes about whoever the current young popular boy of the day is.
Oh yeah. Well,
you're very good about that.
Remember when Luna and Eleanor were walking home from Target and we just happened upon them on the street?
Yeah.
Like we were driving home, which is the way they walk home. And we pulled up next to them and I said, "Are you guys on TikTok? I know you're from TikTok. You're my favorite TikTokers. Oh my gosh, are you on TikTok? What's your TikTok?" It was kind of embarrassing. It was fun. I'm a hip guy.
I think you're fun.
I know about the memes, honey. So we're not the cool house. We're not the fun house. I'm fine with that.
Are you?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I see what's going on at these other houses where the kids congregate. It's crazy. It's madness.
I think you thought you were going to be the cool dad because you're so handsome and strong.
Yes, I lift.
And funny.
Yeah.
But you're realizing now that kids don't really care about that.
Yeah. Right.
They care about you leaving them alone.
Right.
And letting them be wild.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
That's not us.
Yeah. Well, Lennox was at the park right next to us with a few of his friends recently, and I was like, well, I'm gonna walk over there and see what's crack-a-lacking. Okay. hey kids, how do you do, you fellow kids? So I walk over there. I'm like, hey. And Len walks up to me, and his friends are going wild. And so like Len and I are right next to each other. And I'm like, hey, how's it going? And he's like, oh, we're just playing. And then after a few seconds, he's like, I don't want you to be here anymore. And I thought, okay. I get it, man. But his friends were probably impressed by my blonde hair, honey.
I think so.
And my muscles. I mean, I can't blame them. So that was our Halloween. We're not the cool house.
If you, as a kid, were recognizing your friend's super handsome dad,
yeah,
there's got to be one kid out there in the world.
Patrick Flynn. Did I mention him? He had the beard.
There's a chance that one kid out there is like, Lennox's dad is so cool and handsome.
Oh yeah. The second I walked away, I know they were like, oh, his hair is so beautiful blonde, and he lifts, and oh, he's so handsome, Lennox.
He has a good haircut.
Oh my gosh.
He shaves.
Oh my gosh. Does he shave his chest? Yeah, I know the questions.
Does he trim his leg hair?
The questions came fast and furious. But yeah. Well, Lennox's friends' parents, we're just a different breed, and that's cool that they let their kids run wild, but it's also like we're not gonna do that.
Right.
That's not gonna happen.
And that's okay.
Yeah. No. Was that Luna? Oh. What'd she say?
She said no.
Oh, I thought she said yeah. Alrighty, are we done, honey?
Yes.
Well, that was our Halloween recap. No trick-or-treaters. We're not the cool house. We're not the fun house. But who cares? The idea of kids running around is fun, but then in practicality, they're going to wreck stuff.
Yes.
They're dirty.
They're going to eat our food. They're going to make a mess. They're going to do their business in the bathroom and leave it all messed up.
That sounds weird. Don't say that.
Yeah, honey. Alrighty, well, we're done. Thank you for listening. Alrighty, well, that's the end of the program. It's been fun, but not really. Let's all try a little harder next time. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, review, and rate. Or don't. Do whatever you want. You're a grown-up. Make your own decisions. Do what's best for your family. Please be sure to use our promo code for
Purple Mattress.
Purple/Nectar/Casper Mattress. We don't have a promo code for Purple/Nectar/Casper Mattress. Goodbye, my podcast friends. I love you. My wife and I love you. We hope you have a good day today and tomorrow. And sure, I may have belittled the people who dress like Zelda. They had a fun time, I'm sure.
God bless them.
Visually, it was impressive. I was like, wow, they went to the nines on this.
I imagine that's a lot of coordination, and everyone's got to go all in.
Yeah. Well, what about working? What about going all in on your job, Zelda?
Well, that's not fun.
Breath of the Wild. Actually, it was a different video game, but I don't want to say it because it's very identifiable.
What?
Goodbye, my podcast friends.
Don't you know this by heart?
I don't.
I thought you did. Lennox does.
Luna had it.
Luna has it pretty
Luna
down.
had a version like, okay, my wife here is good. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. Thank you for caring. Thank you for sharing. I hope you have a wonderful day/night. Bye-bye.